share on my timeline? Thanks. Get hyped.
Alrighty. What time are you up to? Trade's constantly going off in bottom. Yoshi goes down to the Caitlyn ulti. Talia just rocked up in mid. Rear glutes trying to avoid going to Katarina. Katarina picks him up, spits him out. Lost air just gets flexed on. Exhaust coming out. And rear glute spreads down. Plutonium the God versus Spoonhammer. Spoonhammer gets the easy kill. Rear glute spread. Shit is happening all over the place here. Katarina picks him up, spits him out. Lost air just gets flexed on. Exhaust coming out. And rear glute spreads down. Wait, is this exactly as well. We've come slightly late into this game. That's like 8 minutes. Yeah, okay. So it is cast, man. You gotta do this. We've got. Is that Echo support? I believe it is. Okay, sick. Teemo top and Caitlyn ADC. That's on red side. On the opposite side we have Evelyn in the jungle, Talia in mid, Duncan in support, Cho'Gath top, and ADC.
Wait, did you want to go live or from the start?
What was that, bro?
You want to go live from the start? Like, they're at 9 minutes.
Yeah, you got a bit of break up there.
They're at 9 minutes 30 right now. There?
I'm at 9:50.
Okay.
I'll slow it down.
I'm at 10 minutes right now. 10:03.
Okay, yep, that's good.
That's okay.
Not much happening down in the bot lane, just clearing out of wards, farming up. Although blue side is stealing the red buff away from the Kindred, but at least Kindred will be getting a mark on that side. White, that is. So, Eve and Talia setting up in the mid lane against Casio. Not much happening here. Mr. Forever just making his rounds. Seeing what's going down. There is blue light in the river though. Forever engaged on White Lights. White Lights is going in for this trade. Doesn't look like it's going to go too down for Mr. Forever, but no! They get away with it. LeBlanc comes in, doesn't really get hand. Time Kent ulti comes through. Katarina's advancing on Dank Lord Maka. Maka's copping a few threaded volleys. The ulti comes through. LeBlanc goes down. Dank Lord Maka nearly dead. Goes down. Finally, lost air. Still following up on this. Katarina flashes the wall. Rear glute spread. Follows through. Has ulti. Katarina goes down. A lot of good damage coming out in that team fight. But very widespread. So, rear glute spread looking to shove in mid. Ezreal probably should have made a move, but was preoccupied with wave clearing that bot side. Top side, trade still going back and forth between Spoonhammer and Plutonium, but nothing overzealous here. Mind you, Plutonium is 2 devs down and about 6 devs down. That's not a big deal. Looks like we got a gank coming up here, but White Lights will be spotted by a ward, and looks like nothing's doing. Thankfully, Mac being pushed back into his turret, but it shouldn't really hinder him too hard. Mr. Forever coming over near LeBlanc. LeBlanc making a roam top. And once again, White Lights and Mr. Forever fighting it out. Dank Lord Maka comes in to back him up. Mr. Forever gets flashed on by White Lights. White Lights takes him out. LeBlanc comes in with the ulti. Dank Lord Maka's flashed over the ulti wall, but unfortunately, LeBlanc stood outside of the Kindred ulti. and copped all that damage from Danklord. But in the end, it ends up another kill for White Lights. White Lights sitting on 6-1. I'm not too sure this Evelyn should be really engaging in these 1v1s against such a fed Kindred. Now we've got bot lanes pushing up pretty hard from red side. Regular spread.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Getting some decent damage out here. First tower goes down in mid, and that will be Danklord Maka walking out with an extra 650. So in the top side, like it's such a back and forth match there. But oh, ulti coming out from Katarina. They've been cut off in the bot side. Mr. Forever walks in, double kill straight out for LeBlanc. So they'll be sitting at quite a lead from that. Will they try to pressure turret though? That's the question. White Lights is nearby to push it off, but I don't think it's going to mean too much. Katarina trying to push in against White Lights. He's backed up by LeBlanc, but they're going to opt to file off for Cloud Dragon. They're trying to get some decent poke back in over here. Danklord Maka has revealed himself there, but they don't do anything with it, which is unfortunate, but well. Blue side still with their 4-man rotation. Katarina will be backing though, so this will probably end up being a reset, and nothing much else will happen here. Mr. Favor gonna be getting his rest off. Although he's taking a lot of damage from that. Smites up in 3 seconds, so he should be fine. Oh, it doesn't even need it. Red glue spread, still making the shove on bottom tier 1. No one there to really counteract it. Katarina will be arriving in a second though. Takes a bit of damage on his way out. White Lights cops the knock up, but Plutonium doesn't exactly have enough mana to make a play there. Bottom tier 1 gets taken out by Wrigley Spread. And there's the Talia ulti. They're cut off behind their tower. LeBlanc drops the ulti. White Lights drops the ulti. LeBlanc tries to walk in, but just on the edge of it, Plutonium walking straight through, copping 500 tower shots, does go down. And blue side forced a really bad engage there. A bit unfortunate. Oh, Blue spread does get a kill on Mr. Forever. He is very far behind now, 0-4 and 3. He's sitting on 58 CS to Kindred 62. And Kindred's also up with 7 kills, so it is a pretty rough time for blue side's jungle here. TP comes out from LeBlanc and they will be shoving back up in mid. But they're not actually going to do anything. I'm not quite sure why they had to use the TP there. It was a bit unnecessary, considering that they were just going to reset anyway. But LeBlanc is now in a bit of a troubled spot because he doesn't have a tower there and they have very limited vision. So he's going to be careful, but he is going for the roam again. But he's going to try to pick up Scuts here. Mr. Favor's there to back him up as well. Butler's going to recall on bot side. Danklord Maka just going to farm up a storm in mid. Teemo's getting ganked up here. LeBlanc comes up, helps Plutonium take out Teemo, and it's pretty easy. LeBlanc stepping over those shrooms. The shrooms are doing a bit of damage now. Oh, Katarina popped the ulti. Unfortunately, LeBlanc did not take it. Danklord Maka's walking straight into LeBlanc though. The ulti comes out. Exhaust comes out and nothing doing because Dank Lord just put flash. That's okay though. That is still a summoner spell. Trades out the exhaust for actually 2 flashes. One did flash there to get in range, so that's actually a win in summoner spell trades for red side. They tried to make that push on bot side with Regal spread and lost ebb. But that didn't get anywhere. Talia ult comes out, Dank Lord Maker's popping a lot and will get bitten. Shaggy's looking pretty fat right now, sitting on 6 stacks. They're only gonna get bigger. Lost air and Regal spread moving in on mid side, collapsing down. Unfortunately, Kindred goes down, Regal spread does take out LeBlanc. And they'll sit under that turret here. They do have a Caitlyn who has pretty good wave clear. She steps into the knockup though from Cho'Gath and does quite a bit. She does not have any lifesteal on her at the moment. Ooh. The Q from Plutonium just barely missed. Even if it connected, it probably wouldn't have turned into much. Might have gone all in for the kill. He does have flash, but he did not have ulti, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. Blue side is going back to reset their lanes. Unfortunately, at this point in time, they are at about a 3k gold deficit. Big wave stacking up on top side, but that tower's got plenty of HP to deal with that. Bot side, and not much doing. Everything's just going back into reset mode. They can't before the storm. Now, the big factor here is the junglers. Now, Kindred being a fairly strong jungler at this point in time, especially, well, mind that, this Ezreal's bad to get pretty destroyed, but Katarina rocks up just in time. White Light's copping a lot of damage and filing out there. Bruno just walks straight past them and they don't bat an eye here. One comes out, Yoshi takes quite a bit of damage here, but he's just gonna walk off here. Dank Lord Maka gets a kill on Cho'Gath. I'd say that. Feels bad, man. So another fight happening in bot lane. Lost air's been eaten by Katarina. Drops him out. Ulti comes out from Lost Air, taking a lot of damage. Mr. Favor does get a kill finally in this game. And it's just going to go back into reset. Mr. Favor has copped quite a bit of damage. Arcangel coming out from Yoshi, so he'll be fine. Spin ammo and the wave is next 2 waves. In return though, Regular Spread and Dank Lord have gone and taken the top tier 1. White Lights contesting mid. He does have ulti. LeBlanc can't really make a big move here. Mr. Forever and Katarina making their moves against topside. Plutonium's also going to be following up, but LeBlanc ulti straight up to top lane, cut off Regal Spread and Dank Lord. Regal Spread copping a lot of damage from LeBlanc, will go down. Dank Lord Maka will get stunned up, and there's the Proto Belt coming straight through. The Dank Lord goes down. In return though, White Lights did get Dragon. So they traded 2 top for a Dragon, not the best trade in the world. Oh, and blue side is going for this Baron. And it looks like Spoonhammer does have a bit of an idea. They've spotted them now. Baron's down on 3k. Who's going to get it? White Lights is here. Pop the ulti. This fight is going everywhere. White Lights does get eaten up and will go down. Lost air, couple a lot of damage from Baron itself, but has forced blue side off Baron. Unfortunately, yeah, I missed a bit of poor old Spoonhammer getting a bit wrecked there on the side. But yeah, blue side has backed off of the Baron. I'd say worth. So it doesn't exactly break open the game for either side, but prevents the Baron being taken, and I guess that's all that counts here. Regular Spread taking a lot of damage and will die here for that tower. TP coming in, Mr. Forever over the top of it. Does miss the ulti. Spoonhammer copping a lot of damage. Will get eaten up by the Kotarino. Comes out and will die. Tank Lord Macca's ulti did quite a bit of damage, but Kench being as tanky as he is, ain't having none of it. And White Lights denying a bit more vision in blue side jungle. Kotarino walking up a bit far here. Does get eaten up, but Lost Air gets eaten up anyway. Unfortunately for White Lights, does get taken out. A lot of damage out anyway. Lost Air going back in onto LeBlanc and does exhaust him. Lost Air still taking a lot of damage. Thank Lord Macca goes down as well. Yoshi pumping out a lot of damage on the side, but LeBlanc picking up the kills. Big loose spread trying to force up on Plutonium. Plutonium taking a lot of damage and will die pretty easily. The TP coming in from LeBlanc is really risky. Oh, still gets Regular Spread. LeBlanc also gets Spoonhammer, so that was actually really good. I didn't expect to see that. I thought he was just dead. Well, that's got a lot of damage. Does pop the ulti. Will walk out. Lost Air going in ham. Katarina eats up Mr. Forever, but yeah, nothing doing. Blue side making their push towards the bottom half of the map. Well, unfortunately copping another team room. Fun. Blue side looks to clear this bottom half, and it is the only outer tier 1 turret left. That makes sense that they'd want to get their hands on that. Red side is putting a lot of strength down on the bottom half as well. Caitlyn will be... No, I thought she was going to move up to top side to clear that, but it'll push anyway. It's a decently sized wave on the top side of the map, and they will be fighting the top. I think comes out from Echo here. Plutonium's copping a lot of damage. Katarina will save him with his feast. But yeah, unfortunately they get flexed on pretty bad there. Red side coming out with an advantage here. Sitting at about a 3k or 2.8k advantage. Wow, that's denying as much jungle gold as possible here. Lost Air doesn't have much mana left at this stage. Probably wise to back. Thing is, red side has to be really careful as well due to the fact that blue side has two ways of outmaneuvering them, and that is the Tarm ulti and the Talia ulti. That wall can split up a team fight really well, and the Tarm ulti can get your team to the other side. So it makes it really difficult for them to push up too far for red team.
Now we wait. Become one with the jungle.
Bit of skirmishing going around the Dragon pit. Dragon is up, so both teams look to be prepping to fight. Katarina copying a lot of damage from WARMUP. WARMUP does get eaten up by Katarina, and Mr. Four Evans rocked up. Lamb's with fight comes out. WARMUP is just going to stand there, gets exhausted on the second half of it, and will go down. Rear spread slows LeBlanc in the in the mid lane, or Talia in this case. And Dank Lordmaker does pick up Mr. Forever. And it looks like red team, rather than go for the dragon, they will try to go for this tower. A fair call here. They should probably put like one person onto drag though. But I guess with white lights down, they didn't really want to opt for that. Instead, they just want to siege mid, but even then their HP bars aren't very big, so it's probably not the best move here. Maybe falling out for that blue buff. Dank Lord will get that. And it looks like they're trying to pressure this top tower. It's not very big right now. Italia ulti comes in. Dank Lord ultis LeBlanc. Does take it out. Wrigley spread does get ulted by Plutonium as well. Plutonium's going to try to escape, but Twin Fang is doing a lot of damage. Mr. Forever, Crater belts in, realizes that he's screwed up there, goes down. Dank Lord turning back around after the death of Teemo. He's popped the ghost on the run, but Yoshi gets him. Now, Wildlife does pick up that dragon, but as a trade, that wasn't very worth it. I feel like Red Side should have recalled, reset, and maybe tried to make plays around Dragon or Baron, most probably Baron since it is the bigger threat, and Kindred sort of choose out Baron pretty easily. Especially with Blade of the Ruined King and Arunian's Hurricane, it's generally pretty easy to just chunk the hell out of these epic monsters. What's that? Trying to get some clearage in mid. But thing is, well, he's not very powerful at this stage. He has no ability to damage people right now, as he's only got 2 defensive on him. And Blunt's flashing in for this play, but not really getting much. Does get 3/4 of Rear Blue Spread's HP bar, but nothing else. White Lights does get tier 2 bot lane, and blue team doesn't look to be turning back. They want to fight. Oh. That's the favor. Rick following. Katarina ulting over to White Lights with Yoshi. White Lights is going all in for this turret. Does get eaten inside the lens of fight and spat out and will die instantly. The rest of red team just going to clear out that mid side. Boonhammer doing a lot of damage to Evelyn. Ulti from Galen just hitting nothing. So we're getting into a bit of trade here in mid. I don't believe anything big's going to happen unless someone forces it here. And blue side doesn't really have super great initiation. I mean, sounds good. Oh, that's a that goes in ham against Rear Blue Spread and will go down to Spoonhammer. Rear Blue Spread does get a kill return on Plutonium as well. 2 kills for 0. Red side still sieging, but only got 3 there, and they've evened the odds at this stage. White Lights has gone top to clear that wave, and Rear Glue Spread has also gone bot to do likewise. Issue is, Evelyn will be back up in 10 seconds, and Plutonium will be back up in 12, so even with this split push, they won't get much out of this. Maybe Rear Glue Spread, if they don't respond in time. No, they have responded. Should probably just get this tower. Does get eaten up by Katarina and spat out and was, well, dead. Spoonhammer hiding in that brush. Waiting for someone to walk up. There's a lot of shrooms around there. Mr. Forever going ham on the support Echo. And Danklord comes in, chunks Mr. Forever. But he's going to continue his chase on Lost Air. Lost Air has no mana left. Plutonium the God will take a lot of damage from Danklord. Danklord whiffs the ulti. Yoshi doing a lot of damage. Spoonhammer walking around in circles around Yoshi. True Shot Barrage comes through but does not kill Spoonhammer. Meanwhile, the rest of the blue side was chasing Lost Air up mid. Not quite sure why. He's a tank Echo support. Probably not as worth as the, I don't know, the really scary ass Kindred. Either way, not the best trade in the world, but I guess they can live with it for now. Typical spread. The damage is turning on at this stage. With the IE and the BF sword complete, and rapid fire cannon with the Runanzi. There's also got a last whisper in his inventory, so he will hurt. Red side needs to look towards closing this game out at this stage. Not that they don't scale well, because they actually scale amazingly with this Kindred, but it's the fact that Cho'Gath also scales pretty well. I knew it's only HP, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. But if he can turn on to the point where he gets maybe a proto belt or something that lets him close the gap here, he will hurt a lot, especially against the squishy ADC. Another fight happening here. Katarina, blast guns out. 3-man knockout from Plutonium, but they don't want to engage on that, unfortunately. LeBlanc doing a lot of damage to Spoonhammer, but will not be able to get the kill, and we'll try to file out here. Red side trying to get up to mid, but once again, LeBlanc still zoning them out. Lost Air going a bit here for LeBlanc, but he's just gonna zone him off. This is forever getting. Oh, okay, they do a trade. So, trade of kills, Teemo killing Evelyn and Evelyn killing Teemo. I guess that's fine in itself. No real advantage here, Yoga. There is one distinct advantage though, in the end. Or at this stage at the very least, and it is the fact that red side is up in gold quite a bit. Around a 5k gold lead here. Which can translate into a lot. White Lights gets Baron, does a lot of damage to him, but he'll be fine. Yep. Dead LeBlanc. And they're chasing for Katarina, but doesn't look like they'll be getting him. That was a flash, yeah. Well, Plutonium goes down anyway. Wrigley's spread in a really bad spot here. Trying to kill Mr. Forever. Taking a lot of damage, and he will go down. Katarina eats up Mr. Forever, and it will back off. Now, Red Team's really fun for this tier 3, and they will get it. They do have the Baron buff. Can they get in hit? They will. And they're going pretty ham here at this stage. White Lights stopping a lot of damage from Mr. Forever, but gets eaten up here. The exhaust came out, wasn't enough. Mr. Forever trying to escape on no HP, flashes out. And the Ludens actually killed him from Danklord. Katarina's HP bar is just melting on the spot. He will go down. LeBlanc threaded volley, doesn't hit anything. Danklord ulted him back. Yoshi will go down here as well. Bit rough for blue team. "37 minutes, 36 seconds into this game, and you see quite a substantial gold lead here.
Only to place it elsewhere.
12k gold lead in favor of red team. Lost air, ultis, but he has no mana to keep going. Plutonium is a pretty big guy, but Twin Fangs hurts a lot. And there goes the second Nexus tower. And there will be the Nexus. Red side will be winning this game. GG. Pretty rough. Oh, yeah. Well, their transformer?
Yeah.
Apparently, the audio is like 15 seconds behind.
Yeah,
I think it's got a delay
try to
on
sort
my
it out, but
voice.
it's like I think either my video kept freezing or your audio lagged behind. Because a few times I got it like in time, but then eventually just fell apart again.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. It was fine for I think for the first 5-6 minutes, but then I sort of turned to shit, and then yeah.
Oh, that's negative. Ugh. I'll look at the video.
Now, because
See what's going on.
my game froze a couple like 2 or 3 times. Just that sort of put it out of sync as well.
Oh, I was okay. No, I looked at it. That yeah, it wasn't completely behind. That's just me being behind. I was like a backup for this, so I'm a tad tired here.
That's alright. I don't know. First time trying to sort out bugs.
Yeah. Apparently, oh wait, was it just the audio that was behind?
Either audio behind or video ahead. One of those two.
Oh yeah, it's really. I just checked the part of it and it seemed fine.
Okay. Or is it? Yeah. Something came up. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm like in the video. I think I'm like a second behind, or like 2 to 3 seconds behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you said you had 10 minutes before, like I stopped it because you said you were like a couple of seconds behind me. So then I stopped mine and then I couldn't catch up again.
Okay.
That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you said you had 10 minutes before, like